Okay, there we go. We're live. I have no idea what happened there. Uh, I hit go live and it said that it had been deleted from YouTube. So I don't know, but we're here. It's probably why Kent's not here. I don't know. So I have no idea what that was about. This is amateur hour as always. Let's get this intro going.
You are listening to the Whiskey Kilo Podcast Live.
All right. Well,
I don't see us on YouTube, just so you know.
It says that we're live. It's got a green check mark by the YouTube. So,
and you know what else is funny is Kent is in the chat on YouTube saying, "Are we lighting this candle or what?" And he's not even in here.
Oh, I know. He says he's sitting in the StreamYard studio. I don't see him.
You sure you sent us the right link? This is typical for us.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is absolutely.
Kent's in a totally different podcast. Podcasting to a different universe.
The multiverse.
Yeah, he's in a multiverse.
Okay. I'm going to try to send this to Kent somehow or another.
I don't know if it matters because, like I said, I'm on the YouTubes and our stream has not started.
It tells me that we've been live for 2 minutes and 7 seconds. It says one person is watching. I got a green check mark beside the YouTube.
Yeah.
And I could end, if I wanted to, I could end the stream. And Brian's saying that we have 3 links.
Does that mean Brian can hear us? Is he watching the show?
I'm guessing, Brian, if you're there, can you hear us?
Somebody send us a text message.
Kent's texting me.
Oh, what a great start.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yes, it is. It is.
All right.
It is fabulous.
I'm going to try to get Kent on here, so give me 1 second. If you want to hold the fort down here for a second, John, I think we may be the only ones in the fort.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you want me to hold down. I don't think anyone can see us. But Brian, you said Brian can see us?
I mean, he in the chat, he's telling me that he said yes. And he says, check the Scar chat.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Let me see here. I don't know if there's. I already tried to refresh the YouTubes. It's like nothing is showing up here. Normally, I watch the chat. I see the chat. Prepared Citizen is waiting, and I said yes. We are too. Tom's calling me right now. Let's see here. Hello. Yes.
We have Tom live on the air here. Hopefully we're out live. Who knows?
Oh, you're watching us. Okay. Well, that's exciting. I do see I see the YouTube chat, but I see Prepared Citizen, and that's the only person.
See, I've got Tom in here, and I've got Brian in here as well.
See, that's weird. Hold on. Let me go.
You're probably watching a different one. There's 3 of us going, and only one of them really works. Kent's in one, you're in one, and we're in the other.
Okay, so I just found it. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
Hugs and kisses. All right, so now see YouTube is goofy because, well, I mean, we have part of it solved. I see us in the YouTubes. I see the chat. I see Brian in the chat. but someone else tell. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, what did you do?
We don't know.
And you're not live on YouTube right now.
Yes, we are. You
Yeah,
need to turn your mic down about 12 decibels because it is blasted.
Yeah. No,
There's three different ones on there. John didn't think we were on there either, but there's another one, and Tom can see us and Brian can see us. So we're on YouTube. It's just a different one than what you were looking at. John went out and found where we were at.
yeah, I went back to the page and
We
So
definitely had
who's-
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, who switched the link?
I'm gonna guess me, since
weird
I'm the only.
code jackwagon.
Did you tell Prepared Citizen to meet over here?
I'm working on that right now.
Yeah. So, and when I went to go live, it said that it had been deleted, and that was how we started. So yeah, we this has been a struggle bus. Yes, it was definitely me, Brian. Definitely me.
You are driving the bus. That is to be expected.
You know the good thing about the struggle bus is, first of all, it takes up a little bit of time, and will allow us to have a more interesting show.
Thumbs down? What? That's not cool. You give us a thumbs down, but hey, you know what? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Either way, it triggers the algorithm, so I'm good with it. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do what you got to do. Leave a comment.
So
Welcome, Kent. How are you?
Yeah, Ken.
okay. We have two lives going simultaneously.
We're in the
Yeah.
multiverse, brother. Multiverse.
Yeah, there are two lives. I don't understand what I'm seeing. I don't know what's happening. There's Tony.
See,
what in
there's-
the actual?
There's a reason that I should not be in charge of doing this, and right here is a perfect example of the reason that Kent should be the one running this show, not me.
Yeah, why do we have two lives?
I don't know, dude. I have no idea.
What funny is one is in portrait mode and one is in landscape mode.
Yeah, can you kill the one in portrait mode?
Oh god.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we even on my screen where there's
And if you go to YouTube and look at the stream on YouTube, there's two of them there. One is in portrait and one is in landscape.
oh, good thing radio is not a visual medium.
So how do I get rid of this one?
Oh Jesus. And
I don't
and
know.
up in the top corner it tells me to stream this to your audience, but I guess we are streaming. I see us on there, but
Yeah, no, I'm on YouTube. I'm seeing us. Tom called me, said we were there, which is good because it was
Well, we're
like-
just gonna do double take tonight. You know, if you want to watch in landscape, pick one. If you want to watch in the other, go the other way. You know, whatever floats your boat.
that's
We're
a
trying
good-
to make everybody happy here. You know,
Yeah, I was
some
on there.
people
I was on there trying to hold down the fort, and it was like,
yeah.
that thing is gonna be awesome. Oh, look at this guy with all of his effects over here.
where does
I
he
mean,
get stuff from?
and see, like I said, you see the guy who's got all the technical know-how. He should be the one running this thing, not this guy.
I
This
wish it
guy
was.
should not be running anything.
I would agree with that statement.
I mean, we could take a vote here. I mean, you know, all in favor of Ken taking over on the podcast. Aye. All opposed. You lose.
Eyes have it.
I might have to set up my stream deck between now and next month so I can start having some.
Oh, that's exactly what you need. More buttons and stuff to mess up.
Well, see, if I program the stream deck, that way when I hit the button, it'll be one button to hit and it'll do the right thing, and it won't be me, you know, fumbling around.
How was everybody's Thanksgiving?
It was fantastic, sir. Had to work, but that was okay. But the dinner came out perfect. We did one of those turkeys in a bag, the big bag, and it was very good. Took about John? What are you doing? Did you get abducted by Sasquatch? What's going on around here?
He's going to start his own third stream.
Did he go over to the other extreme?
I'm pulling a Tony. I'm getting half of my gear together right now. I'm trying to get my cans on. Stand by.
Boy, this thing from the 4th episode, it is off the rails. Really, really bad. Oh, yeah, you might have to redo our intro music. Just FYI. I seen where Morgan Freeman was suing people for using the AI likeness of his voice. So we don't want to get a.
I do not care. That's my best Morgan Freeman. Go to hell, Morgan Freeman.
Can you hear us now? Are you listening to the other podcast? Which podcast are you listening to?
I'm listening to the other one. Stand by. I'm in the other universe.
Next month, I'm gonna have to deviate from my set list, and next month will be the multiverse. See, I told you this. Name of this one's Malarky, and this has been a lot of malarkey so far. So I feel like it has lived up to its name to this point.
Okay, I'm better now. I can hear you guys, which I don't know if is a good thing or not.
Yeah, I'm about to say that might not be what you're looking for.
But I did turn off the UHF VHF so we don't get the repeater identifications.
That's all right. Kent, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was good. It was quiet. Got a lot done and had a good dinner. Heather
Awesome.
and my wife and my brother did most of the cooking. It was good.
Wasn't it a couple years ago y'all didn't do turkeys, y'all did steaks or something? Didn't y'all do that a couple years ago? Was that you that did that?
I didn't go to that one. I told him to go to hell. I stayed home.
You're not serving turkey. If you're not serving turkey, I'm not coming.
If you don't have turkey and cranberry sauce in a can, except I'm lucky that we didn't get the cans of water that everybody else was getting. I don't know if you saw that.
What happened?
Imprint. So there must have been some kind of mess up on the who's the famous cranberry people? Ocean Spray.
Yeah.
So there was a mess up on their line, and a lot of people got cans of cranberry sauce, and when they opened it, it was just water, just clear water up to the top. Yeah.
Guess that QC guy is probably getting fired.
Yeah. It was virtual cranberry sauce.
It identified as cranberry sauce.
Exactly. Water that identified as cranberry sauce. You got it.
John, how was your dinner, sir?
It was good. My wife threw together a great Thanksgiving dinner. We did a whole turkey. We did a 10-pound turkey with stuffing and the usual stuff. A little bit of green bean casserole, which I know is one of Tony's favorites. And
nothing with the word casserole in it is ever going to be served at my house. Ever.
Well, you're missing out on a lot of good things.
I'm fine with that. As you can see, I'm filled up on quite a bit. I'm not missing out on too many meals.
Did you have family over?
No. Well, I mean, my mom. I don't know why I said no. My mom came over. It was just the three of us.
And we went next door to my mother's, so it was very good. I ate way too much, but I do that every year. So, unrelated to ham radio, I don't know how many people know this, but Kent is a fantastic musician and a member of the band called Long Hollow. And they played Tuesday night at the 5 Spot, and it was a fantastic show. And anybody who missed it, definitely, if they have another one, which I'm sure that they will, try to make it because it was fantastic. Y'all did a great job, sir.
Thank you, buddy. I thank you for all your help. And we actually got a call. They have an open spot in March, and they want us on a Saturday, the late show, the 8 o'clock spot. So that's awesome.
Your volume just went way down for some reason. You were.
I said they called us and they have a spot for for Saturday in March, the 8 o'clock hour, which really is the best. So we felt good about that. We impressed.
Awesome. I felt bad for that girl that was doing the 8 o'clock show this after you guys, because like literally the bar is completely packed while they're playing. Fantastic crowd. And then as soon as they were done, everybody left. I walked back in there after we were getting the gear outside, and this girl's up there. She sounded really good. I mean, it was a really, really good. She sounded really great on the mic and everything, but there was like 3 people in there. And she had to be upset because I'm sure when she got there, she seen the place was packed, and she was probably just super excited. And then all of a sudden, by the time she went on, everybody was gone. Everybody had gone home. So anyway, let's get into ham radio. What?
Check. How's my volume now?
It's getting better.
Check.
There
There
we go. Perfect. Now you're right there. You're perfect. So I got a shock today. Normally, when I'm talking to Kent, I'm the one bugging him, harassing him about getting his general. And today, out of the blue, he tells me that he's going to study for his general. And I about wrecked the truck, to be honest with you. I did not see it coming, but I was super happy. What is no checks, cash only? What is he talking about? Sorry, I've just looked over.
Check. He was saying check.
Oh, gotcha. We got comedy over here in the comments. But yeah, so I was super excited to hear that, and I really hope that he meant it, and I really hope that he does it. I'm very happy about that.
He was just joking.
Yeah,
it's probably just pulling my chain.
Gotcha. Fools.
Yeah. Gotcha.
John, you done anything new in the ham radio this week? Or this month, I guess?
Not necessarily new. Did some FT8 this week, which isn't normal for me, but I got on there the other day and I was like, yeah, we'll throw the FT8 on, see if we can make some contacts. And
1,000-watt FT8?
No, not really. But I can tell you, if you have one of those digital picture frames, FT8 doesn't really go well with the digital picture frame.
Really?
My wife came up here and she was like, the picture frame keeps on going back and forth. The photos keep changing. And so I handed her a couple of ferrite beads and said, here you go, put these on the power cord and see if it gets any better. And of course it didn't. So I had to turn off the fun box, unfortunately.
Because you were running, what, 600 watts when that happened?
Around 5.
You have some RF issues at your house sometimes.
Yeah, and it can all be, well, hopefully it can all be solved with this right here. However, I've just neglected to install it yet. This is an RF choke from our friends at Palomar Engineering. Not sponsored. But anyway, so this is going to go at the feed point of my end fed, and hopefully it will help a little bit.
When's that going to happen? When are we going to make that happen?
I almost did it today, but I got sidetracked. I had to install all the Christmas lights. So
you gotta have priorities, and the priorities are your wife. So
happy wife, happy life, they say.
That is for sure, 100%.
Do you do a big Christmas light thing, John? Are you a big Christmas light?
Not big, just some, enough to let the neighbors feel like we've at least tried.
I gotcha.
He does have the blow up Bucky Santa.
I do. Yeah, my wife won that at a trade show, and I'm not big on those blow ups. Truth be known, I have been known to shoot neighbors blow ups with BB guns.
I've got something for you.
But that was not here in Tennessee. Qualify that statement. This was in another state, where I used to live.
Go with the blow darts. Take those bad boys down in a heartbeat.
Yeah, there you go.
This guy.
Well, speaking of digital modes, let's talk about digital modes. And I think the funny thing about that is, when I first got my license, I know people have a hard time believing this, but I guess I had a little bit of mic fright and so didn't really get on voice very much. But I love doing FT8, and I have a friend that has given me a lot of grief over the FT8 and says that it wasn't real radio, and says that my worked all 50 states doesn't count because I didn't do it with voice. But we won't mention any names, John. And now that person is doing FT8, and I love it. It makes me feel fantastic.
And you still don't have all 50 states voice.
I don't know. I haven't looked. So yeah. I got a few things I need to upload to the site, and I might have it.
But in your defense, you still don't have your equipment set up at home yet.
No, or in my car.
Right. So, I'll give you a little bit of a reprieve for that, since you can't manage to get your station set up at home for some reason. But anyways.
I'm super busy, prepared for the Whiskey Kilo podcast.
You call this prepared?
Yeah, right. It's obvious. In fact, we're running 2 streams and no one can get in, and
we are doomed.
Yeah, if that's prepared, you're not getting anything done at your place.
That is very true there, prepared citizen. I don't have to hear about anybody's colonoscopies. So yeah, we can that's a good reason that right there is reason enough to get on FT8. So speaking of FT8, so when I run FT8, I use WSJTX and Grid Tracker. And John, what's the one that you're actually using? You're using a newer, more sleeker version of WSJTX, I guess.
I'm using WSJTX. Well, it's actually WSJTZ mod version 1.48. So basically, someone took WSJTX and modified it to make it a little bit less work. Let me put it that way.
That seems like it's cheating.
It might be. I don't know.
Okay, well, how about you, Ken? Have you done any FT8 or any other digital modes?
No. I've sit behind you and watch you do them.
Here's John's screen here. Let's see what he's got going on here. Yeah, it's definitely the setup on that is a little bit different than the setup on WSJTX. As everybody can see, John is flexing over here, showing us his flex.
Yeah, little flex radio action. Let me see here. We're trying to get. I have this little cheat sheet up because I can never remember what the colors mean because I'm just not that smart. But so there you go. So that's typically if I'm going to run FT8. This is how I'm going to do it here. And 20 meters at night obviously is a little bit difficult. There's some opportunities here for some good contacts, but actually not super good. Just not a lot of traffic.
Do you run Grid Tracker as well?
Yes, I do. Let me get that. I have that here hiding in the background. So there's the Grid Tracker currently happening. And obviously I'm trying to get this guy over here in Angola, Congo. But he seems to be ignoring me, and I'm not running any power. Currently running 100 watts. So if we hit the fun button, I probably get some RF. We'll see what happens here.
So I believe that is who is that there? Tennessee 04. Oh, that's who is that?
Yeah,
somebody in the chat saying that WSJTX improved is also good. I haven't tried that one either. Oh, it's David. Hey, David. I haven't tried. I still run just the old school WSJTX. But to be completely honest with you, for the longest time, I was running digital all the time, but I haven't run digital in quite some time. It's probably, I don't know that I've run digital since I got my new call sign, to be honest with you. If I have, it's not been very many times. And I got my new call sign in February, I think, of this year. No, March, February or March, somewhere around in there. I think you were transmitting, and I think your RF blew you out of the water.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You are the picture frame tonight.
Yeah.
Just FYI. Well, when you get your upgrade to your general there, Kent, we'll have to get you set up on some FT8 so you can get in on the fun. It is a lot of fun, especially with Grid Tracker. I got hurt at work a few years ago and was off from work for about 11 months, and I spent 11 months pretty much on the radio and was pretty much on FT8 the entire time. And Grid Tracker became almost like a video game to me because I was trying to fill in all the grid squares. So I would sit there and just watch it constantly. And as soon as a grid came up that I needed, I was clicking it on that grid as fast as I possibly could to try to get that. And I filled out my grid pretty good in for Europe. And that was back when I was just a technician and was running just 10 meters. So if you look at my logbook, it's majority of my contacts, period, are on 10 meters. And that's just because I was a technician for so long.
Yeah, see, stop giving me crap. You were a technician a long time too.
I was. I just got my general and extra this year. So yeah, I got my technician in 21. I was planning on getting it in 20, and then COVID kind of threw a monkey wrench in that, and ended up costing me about a year before I could get my license. But because that was, I guess they were kind of doing online testing, but it was in its infancy at that time. That didn't really blow up until during and after COVID. And I think now it's more the norm, to be honest with you. I know some people aren't too happy about that. We were discussing at my at the Nashville Amateur Radio Club meeting this past month. We were discussing testing, and digital online testing got brought up, and we had a member that was less than favorable for it. Let's just say that.
I believe his exact words were, digital testing is evil.
I think that might have been it. Something similar.
It reminded me of the Water Boy's mother when she said that football is the devil.
Devil. Foosball's the devil.
The devil. Yes.
So yeah. Yeah, so some people have not embraced it, let's just say. But I think that online testing is the future, and the convenience factor is just, you can't beat it. I mean, pretty much from about 7, 8 o'clock a.m. in the morning until 11, 12 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, somebody is testing. So if you're ready to take your test, you go take it. You know, I know like the Nashville group, we only test once a quarter. So, you know, every 3 months. That's a long time to wait if you're ready to take your test, you know. Sumner County, you guys test what, every month, John?
Yeah, every month.
So even there, you know, if the timing was off, if they happen to become ready the Sunday after you guys just tested, to be a month before they could take their test. So, you know, I think online testing, just the convenience factor alone is fantastic. I mean, I took my technician in person, and then I took my general and my extra both online. Kent, you took yours in person, your technician.
Yep.
John, you did all of yours in person?
I did my general and my extra in person. but I did my tech online.
Oh, okay. When did you get your technician license? When did you first get into ham radio? What year was it?
22.
Okay, so just the year after Kent and I got ours.
Yeah, I was gonna look. Well, yeah, 10/21 is when we got it. Well, when I got mine.
And I got mine about a month before you. I think I took the test the month before you because we both took ours in Robertson County. And then I tried for my general the day that I passed my tech and I failed it, which I had not even looked at it. And then a month later when Kent went to get his, or maybe been 2 months, I can't remember. When Kent went to get his, I went with him and I was like, oh, sure, I'll try it again. Still had not looked at all at the material and I failed it again. And then the next year in Huntsville, I did actually study for that test. I was pretty upset that I didn't pass that one because I had actually studied for that. And I thought I was ready, and I failed it again. So that was 3 fails. And then the beginning of this year, I told myself, I was like, you know what? I really want to explore more HF. I'd only been on 10 meters, and it was fun. It was exciting because, I guess I got lucky that it was the peak of the solar cycle when I was doing 10 meters. Had it been the bottom of the solar cycle, I might not have been as excited about trying to get my general. But I finally decided, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to pass it. And I did. I studied for 7 days and took my general, and 7 days later I took my extra. And so the rest is history. So, and I've been pestering Kent sometimes more often than not. For a while there, I had a reminder on my phone at 11 a.m. At 11 a.m., my alarm would go off, and I'd send a text message to Kent reminding him to study for his test.
Yeah.
But I've fallen off. I may have to jump back on that. So
Don't you do it.
But no, you're going to do it. You decided on your own. I think that's a good thing. Like I said, I was super excited when you said that to me today. I did almost wreck the truck, but because I did not see that coming. Because normally it's me hounding you. Hey, when are you going to take your test? Hey, there's a test next week. Hey, they're testing in Sumner County next week. Hey, we're testing in Nashville next month. That's usually how it goes. And then today you brought up, hey, I think I might study for and take my extra. My general. I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
John, did you take it only one time, John?
I don't know about his general, but I know about his extra.
General, I passed the first time.
How about extra?
Not so much.
So I like having personal goals. So if I pass my general and my extra in one try, then y'all have to shut up about everything the rest of your. I can finally have something over you. I can say,
I will.
Hey,
I'll shut up. If you do that, I'll shut up. It took me 3 times to pass.
Gotcha.
I mean, it took me 4 to pass my general, but I honestly don't count the first 2. But the one in Huntsville, I count. I failed that one. I studied for that. I thought I was prepared for that, but I obviously was not. And then this last time, I passed. I was good. And then I honestly, I didn't have any intention on getting my extra. The night that I took my general on a Sunday night at 9:00 online with the Patriot Amateur Radio Club, and I passed it. I think it was 11 VEs in the room that night, and they were like, "Are you going to come back and take your extra?" I said, "Absolutely not." I said, "I don't see any value in it. I don't see that little bit of bandwidth that I would gain by getting it. I don't see it. I don't see the thing." I was like, "You know what? As a matter of fact, let's go around the room. Give me a reason." And we went around the room, and all 11 of them gave me really good reasons, compelling reasons. And I was like, still at the end, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. And I get up Monday morning, I come out here to the shack, and I swear to you, I turn on the radio, and there was nobody on the radio except in one spot in the extra portion. And I was still like, I'm still not doing this. I'm not doing it. at that time I was working Tuesday through Saturday, and on my way to work Tuesday morning, I downloaded the audiobook for the extra, and Sunday night I took the test and passed it. So there you go. That's my how I did it.
So Tony, for a moment, I want to change gears, and we're talking about digital modes. Not that we don't all love to hear the story of how you passed your tests. It's great inspiration for Kent and everybody else listening. But just out of curiosity, what digital modes have you done in the HF? Like, first of all, what would you consider your favorite digital mode be?
FT8.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about, like, what's the difference between FT8 and FT4?
Well, the biggest thing that I see is, well, I guess the biggest technical difference is FT4 is half the time on the cycle. On the transmit and receive, it's half the time as the FT8, which is odd to me that it's not as popular. But it's not. I mean, anytime I'd get over to FT4, there might be 8, 10 people on FT4, whereas you're on FT8 and there's hundreds of people there. And I never really quite understood that, why the FT4 didn't catch on like the FT8. Goodness gracious, what are you doing over there, dude?
Sorry, I didn't know about FT4, so I got AI telling me.
I got you. Well, it's the same as FT8. It's just you still run it on WSJTX or the WSJTZ. I'm assuming has it as well.
It's just half as many FTs.
Yeah, it's just half as many FTs.
Well, it's faster, less. It's a faster version, right?
Yeah, it's half the time. Yeah, half the time. But then, like I said, for whatever reason, all the times that I've been on there, I mean, you can go into FT4 and you can get the other 8 people that are on there and make contact with each one of them, and then you're done. 10 minutes later, you're ready to go to the house. Whereas if you're on FT8, I mean, there's hundreds of people there. You could be there all day long and never get everybody that's on there. But some of the other digital modes that I've done WinLink, which I think is very helpful, very good process to know, especially in the case of an emergency. I've done JS8 call, which is really cool. It's keyboard to keyboard, so it's basically just like having a chat with somebody over RF. And we had a group here locally that were testing out JS8 call, and we had some moderate success, I would say. We were trying different bands and different things like that. And I have in my area, I live here in Hendersonville, and in Hendersonville, David is here, and David and I could pretty much get contact on any band with each other. But I think it was ground wave that we were getting, because I don't think David's more than 5 miles as the crow flies from me.
And I can't hit you at all on ground wave.
Yeah, and we're probably 20 miles apart.
Yeah,
give or take.
Okay,
25
so
miles.
I have a rookie question. Where do these digital modes come from? Are they who
Nerds.
creates it? So
Nerds.
Somebody just creates it and gets people using it.
A professor at Princeton.
Gotcha.
I mean, they have different use cases. I'm sure, like, it isn't just some guy sitting around going, "Oh, I'm just going to come up with a new way to do this or do that." It's probably a result of some need that was probably created at some point, and maybe it was a method or something that was developed in the private sector and then pulled into the amateur radio space.
Well, I think it comes out of, if you're doing voice, you need really good propagation. You need good signals, or you're just not going to talk to each other. From there, you can move down to doing CW. You don't need as good of conditions. You don't need as much signal to get out and to hear. And then you come into the digital modes where the weak signal, I mean, the signals that you can get and transmit and decode in digital is crazy. Very, very weak signals. So I think that's what wake up, John. That's what Tom says. I think that's where it came from. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm guessing it was probably during the low end of a solar cycle, and people were struggling with voice, and decided to come up with another way to communicate. And the guy that came up with it, I can't think of his last name right now for nothing. I'm trying to find it on here, but he was
low power. It's accessible.
No. Time out. Stop. It is not low power. Low signal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that is a common misconception.
Weak signal.
Excuse me. Yes. Weak signal has nothing to do with power. I mean, you can do it on QRP, low power, absolutely, but you can also do it John style at 600 watts.
Easy. Don't be so hateful.
I'm not hating.
That's not all the time.
No. But but some people do get that confused. I mean, some people get upset about it when you're running power. Some people think if you're doing FT8 that you shouldn't be running more than 20 watts. Well, sorry, if I'm running FT8, the only reason I'm running 20 watts would be because I'm using a 20 watt radio. If I'm using my 100 watt radio, I'm running 100 watts. Now, I have not run my amplifier on FT8, but that's been how long it's been since I've been on FT8. I haven't been on FT8 since I've had the amplifier, and I've had it for probably at least 8 or 9 months now.
So Tony, we talked a little bit about obviously WSJT, and we talked about WinLink.
Yep.
What other digital modes can you think of, or have you used?
I mean, I can think of a lot more. I mean, I've done Whisper, but that's a part of the WSJTX suite. And I've done JS8 call. Like I said, that's more like a chat between, person-to-person chat. You've got PSK31. I've not done that myself. You've got JT65. You've got Hellschreiber. You've got Olivia. There's a boatload, and I've not tried any of those. I'd love to try them. I just haven't gotten around to it in my free time, my one free day a week that I have. But how about yourself? What have you done besides FT8?
FT4. So just those two. I did a little bit of WinLink. We've been doing WinLink check-ins. We actually just started WinLink check-ins in our club for our AriesNet. So that's been kind of new for our club. I guess, couldn't you consider, I guess you wouldn't consider APRS as a digital mode.
Kind of, but I guess you can do APRS on HF, but it's more of a not HF mode. And David brought up RIDI as well. That's another one that I have not tried.
Yeah, RIDI.
And it's been around for a long time. And there's a ton of contests, RIDI contests. So yeah, I'd love to try some of these other modes. Like I said, I just haven't gotten around to it, honestly.
The thing I have a struggle with is trying to understand the use case, because I feel like I don't really want to get into something unless I could understand and buy into the use case. You know what I mean? If it's not appealing to me, I'm not going to do it just because it's there, So for me,
I get that.
Has to have some value of some sort.
Well, see, and that's weird that you say that, and you're trying FT8 because I don't really see a use case for FT8, other than at most being able to see propagation, because you can go on there, call out CQ a couple of times, and then you could go over to like PSK reporter and see where your signal is getting out to.
Yes.
I guess that would be a use case of it. But as far as actually just making the contacts, just unless you're just stacking contacts, I guess that's a use case.
But in the event of an emergency, let's say I only could use FT8. Okay. I could change those messages in WSJTX and say whatever I want. And that recipient on the other end is going to understand what that message is.
I guess so. I guess that's possible. I could see that.
So,
but something like, we were talking about like JS8 call. That definitely has a good use case. Especially in an emergency situation, you could send out distress signals for people. You could do welfare checks with people. If it was, if you were helping in an emergency situation at say like a hospital or something, it'd be a whole lot easier to send that out over a text message form like a JS8 call is, as opposed to, trying to order a medication on voice. So a lot of those medications got about 37 syllables and no vowels. So for me to get that out over voice might not be that easy, but to send it as what I would consider like a text message on JS8 call or on an email with WinLink would be a much better scenario. I think you have a whole lot better results.
So Kent, do you, as a technician, do you find any interest in some of these digital modes? Did any of those things kind of pique your interest or make you, feel like you want to try those modes once you upgrade?
No, I would probably try them. Not just, I wouldn't say my interest is peaked. I'm not mic shy like Tony was saying. So the whole reason I really got into radio to begin with, and when Tony approached me about it, is I think of the emergency aspect of it and communications only. I'm not a contester. I don't care about how many contacts. It really for me is communication in the event of an emergency. And so what Tony was saying, if some of those digital modes would give me more options in that scenario, then yes, I would probably I would try it. I will try them. I'll try them out of curiosity, but I don't know that it would be. I'm not like Tony said. I'm not a person that would be watching the grid squares going, "Oh, right."
It became a video game. It reminded me of my. It reminded me of my youth when I used to play video games, and that's.
I think now that you asked that, one of the things that I always loved going to when we go to Hamfest, and I didn't get to go this year to any of the forums, which I usually like to do. Me and Tony went to a few. I'm more interested in, besides the communication in emergency situations, probably space and that aspect of it. Communication via satellites, things like that. Downloading, moving data through satellites. That interests me more. That kind of gets my juices flowing.
What about like Earth, Moon, Earth stuff?
Yeah, like Tony was talking about that project that they were going to do with the music people, which I don't think has happened. Something like that. That's two of the things I'm most interested in. So that would be super cool, to get into something like that. And who knows, maybe I'll be that person. I'll bounce my next record off the moon.
I really wish that I could get some help on that. I got pushed up to the forefront of that, and I've asked every person I could find if anybody has any Earth, Moon, Earth experience, and I've yet to find a single solitary person. So I feel like that project is probably on hold for now, because I mean, how do you? I mean, I haven't found a single solitary person to help. So if anybody has any comments or anybody knows somebody that's been involved with Earth Moon Earth, please have them contact me, because I would love to get that project off the ground. But as of right now, it's been a lot of dead ends, unfortunately.
So I will say something as as amateur as an amateur radio person can be, and I know most of the people watching this are seasoned general holders or extra holders.
There's only 4 people watching, so there's not that much
Okay.
seasoning. It's not a lot of seasoning out there.
They may be watching this one or the other stream or possibly the third stream. But I will tell you that when you start talking about digital modes, there are so many, it gets very overwhelming to a new person. And especially the fact that they're all just little anagrams and little weird names. So it's just like FT8, 4, 3, JRT, Riddy, Wick, Wog Wog. It's just, and after a minute, you're just kind of glossy eyed thinking, what the hell are these guys talking about? And a lot of times that it's a barrier to, digging deeper into it. A new guy like myself, I'm like, oh, I thought we just chatted on the radio. Like I thought I called and got to talk to somebody. But then, Tony, I remember when Tony showed me Whisper and all that, and he was trying to explain, I'm like, what? Like I was just like, so that I hope that when new people are coming into the hobby, that kind of distinction is made, that because I know personally hanging out with you guys, hanging out with all the other hams, I start hearing those and I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into here?
Well, let me ask this question then. So you obviously have an emphasis, or you'd like to have an emphasis on emergency communication. Do you see yourself after you get your general and your extra, which obviously you just said you're going to do all in one shot? Do you see yourself doing any HF voice that is outside of quote unquote emergency communications? Do you think you'll get out there and call CQ and try to make contacts?
I think I will, to keep my chops up,
That's the right answer.
To learn to make sure I'm operating the radio as efficiently as I can. Yeah. I would definitely do that. But sitting at home on a Saturday or driving, I mean, obviously if I'm hanging out with Tony and he wants to go activate a park, I'm down for that, just because, like I've always told Tony, I'll get sappy for a second. It's not about what me and Tony are doing. It's just the fact that I'm hanging out with my best friend. So I'll do anything he asks me to do, because even if I don't like it, at least I'm hanging out with him. So, but would he get a call on Saturday morning? Hey, I'm driving all the way over to. So no, not at all, not at all. But yeah, I would definitely make. Talking to people overseas is a little intriguing. That's a cool thing.
That's what got me interested in. That's what got me interested in ham radio just to begin with, was the thought that I could have a radio and a wire and talk to anybody around the world. Not anybody, but I could talk to people around the world. And I mean, I've made contacts as far away as St. Petersburg, Russia, Australia, and then now with digital. Just last night I was on my All-Star node, and that's another digital mode that I've done. And last night I checked into a net in Australia. I was using a UV5R on low power, 1 watt, using my All-Star node. Yes, I was using the internet. That's probably cheating, but it was RF from here to that Sherry Pie hat. And then it would use the internet to get there. And then I was going through their repeater and talking to them. They were talking over RF. So it was RF on both ends. There was a little magic in the middle, but hey, whatever. It was kind of cool to talk into, to check into a net in Australia.
Yeah. So. The All-Star stuff is pretty neat from a standpoint of it lets you kind of be in a radio environment that's not local. You know, you can actually, come in on a repeater and your hometown that might be 2,000 miles away and listen to what's going on. And maybe you've got family members there and they're hams and you talk to them. I mean, there's all sorts of, good examples of how and why people use All-Star. I didn't really think too much about it until, just over the last year. And now I have a node and, I will connect to other All-Star nodes and repeaters, back home in Florida and listen and see if I, know anybody or whatever. And it's neat. And I think
if the warrant is expired,
right. If it's safe for me to come back or not. Right. But what Tony's talking about is part of that hobby too. I mean, they do a similar stuff with DMR where, that's all people do. They don't, or they can't put up an antenna, right? Maybe they're in a retirement home and they can't put up an antenna, but they've got Wi-Fi and they want to talk on a repeater. Well, you can set up a All-Star node anywhere with an internet connection and then go from the internet to wherever that node is placed and, go RF everywhere else. So I think the All-Star, thing is great.
All-Star compared to like DMR, the audio is 1,000% better. I mean, you talk on DMR and think, it's like you're talking to robots. And I don't ever hear that on All-Star. I mean, it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to crash this party, but we are just about out of time. I know we probably wasted 15 minutes at the beginning of this thing, trying to get it off the ground. So hopefully next month we will have a little bit better luck with that. I want to thank you guys for coming and putting up with my nonsense and my malarkey, if you will. And I want to thank the people that have watched and the people in the future that watch this. Thank you very much. And just know that we're here. We're all good friends, and we have a lot of fun. And even if we were just here talking to ourselves, we'd probably still do it. I would. I don't know about these two characters, but I would. But
well, you see what my my title is underneath my name.
Yeah, I do. All right, guys.
Oh wait, I gotta hit you with the last.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm out.